guys, welcome back. Today's video is how insurance works for private practice. If you're thinking about taking insurance and not really sure how it all works and what the ins and outs and kind of like the back end side, make sure that you watch this video to get kind of the bird's eye view of how it all works. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get even more videos about insurance. So I personally take insurance and I started out that way, and I have a whole other video on how and why to take insurance, so make sure you check that one out. But we're gonna kind of jump into the bird's eye view, making sure you also kind of understand it for yourself so you can explain it to your clients. So first and foremost, when a new person calls up, you want to make sure that you're getting all the information. So you need to make sure you get their name, but also find out who the insurance name is in. So it might be in their spouse's name, it might be in their parent's name. So you want to find out who is the policy holder, or what name is on your insurance card. That's really what I just say. Keep it simple. The next is you want the policy holder's date of birth. So it could be their spouse's, their parents' date of birth, or their date of birth. You also want to make sure that you get the member ID and the group number. So there's two numbers on that insurance card. And you also want to make sure you get their address. So when I say this because I work a lot with students and they might be at school here in Austin, Texas, but their insurance is in their parents' name that live in Houston. So I said, oh, well, where would this insurance bill go to? And they're like, oh yeah, it goes to my parents' house. They live in Houston. Like, okay, I need that address as well. So let's just make sure we got that. We got the name and or the policyholder name. We have their date of birth and the policyholder date of birth. We have the member ID, we have the policy number, and then we have the address. So where the mailing address of the policyholder is. Okay, you got all that. So then, where I also tell the patient, I need a copy of the front and the back of their insurance card. And you can, if you are using an EHR that has a patient portal, they can take a picture with their phone and upload it. Super easy. If not, I make sure that they either email that to us as well. So really making sure you get the front and the back. The back is really important because that will have the number of that insurance company in case you need to call and check benefits or something else. And we'll talk about it next. Next, we want to verify benefits. And this is different from state to state to state to state to state. So the reason you want to verify benefits is to see if what you do is covered by their plan. So for example, if you have Blue Cross, everybody has a different plan. So if I worked for Google, my plan for Blue Cross Blue Shield might be different than if I work for the city of Austin, than if I work for another company. So just because I have Blue Cross doesn't mean everybody has the same plan. So I need to call the number on the back of that insurance card to verify benefits. It can also be done online through that insurance company's portal as well. Or sometimes they don't have the ability to verify benefits. So if you are able to verify benefits, what you're looking for to see is that CPT code, that procedure that you're about to do, is that covered? And if it is, awesome, rockstar. Is there a copay or does it go towards their deductible? And a lot of times if you are able to check benefits, it's awesome to let the patient know. I always thought that was one of those like duh moments. Like when we first started out, we sometimes forgot to let the patient know. Oops. And it was one of those like, oh yeah, by the way, you have a copay. Oh, by the way, this goes towards your deductible. So don't forget to loop the patient back in on that conversation. So we have gotten all of our information. If you're able to verify benefits and make sure to know if it's deductible, copay, all of that. So yahoo, you're ready to go see a client. Easy. Yahoo! You see the client. Yay! At the end of that session is when you want to collect that copay, or at the beginning. It doesn't matter. Whatever feels good to you. And it's really awesome if you're able to swipe a credit card, or the credit card's in the system. It's make it easy on yourselves, you guys. You got so many other puzzle pieces to keep track of. So the more you can just have that credit card on file in their charts, awesome. So once you're done, get that copay, and now you're ready to submit the claim. So the claim goes on a CSM 1500. That's the form. If you're going to do it on paper and you're going to fill everything out, it was actually a sheet of paper. I used to fill them out by hand when I first started. It was horrible. Now they're all electronic. And so inside that, you want to make sure you have all of the information about the patient. So their address, their policy number, their member ID, all of that other information. You need your information, your NPI, your tax ID number, your billing address, and where it was all performed. So place of service. And so all of that needs to be filled out. Also, you want to make sure you have the correct CPT procedure code and the correct diagnosis code. And there's one other piece, is you have to have these little pointers where that points to what diagnosis codes and all of that, and the number of units. So units are 15 minutes. So did you spend an hour with them? That would be 4 units. Did you spend half an hour with them? That's 2 units. So did you spend 90 minutes with them? Whatever it was. So we want to make sure we have the appropriate number of units. So we have all that filled out and you submit. That felt like a lot. It really isn't that much when you're using a really good practice management tool, because it all auto-populates. So I can't tell you how many times I used to forget the place of service, or I would forget to point to the perfect diagnosis codes. So when I use a great practice management tool, it all auto-populates from my note and from the calendar, and I don't have to remember anything, and it's awesome. So that saves so much time and so much money. The other thing to really be mindful is a lot of different insurance companies have timeliness of submitting claims. So they have a certain amount of time in order to submit a claim after you've seen a patient. For example, there's a certain insurance company here in Texas that you have 30 days after you see a patient to submit a claim. And if you don't do it, SOL on you. Other ones will have other days and stuff like that. So be very, very mindful. I'm a huge fan of, as soon as you see a patient, submit the claim. As soon as you see a patient, submit the claim. Don't wait, because that's where I've seen so many people like, well, it got denied. I'm like, one of the biggest things is if you don't do it timely enough. So double check what your contract says with your insurance provider, which you sign that contract with. Okay, so we've submitted the claim and it goes off into the internet. And the next place it goes is a clearinghouse. So even if you are using an insurance biller, they still have to go to a clearinghouse. And a clearinghouse is just the middle person between all of these billers, so insurance biller or practice management software, between the insurance company. And they just make sure everything's in the right puzzle pieces and everything. So then from the middleman, then the insurance will pay or deny. And if you have any questions about denying insurance claims, there's a great video and there's also a great PDF. So we'll link to all of those in the comments below. So from getting paid, and there's a couple of things that I want to kind of be mindful of. So that is one of the biggest misnomers, is how fast you get paid. Everyone's like, oh, it takes forever to get paid from insurance. No, 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 no. It used to take a lot more time when you did it by paper. Nowadays, with the electronic medical records, I seriously have gotten paid in 24, 48 hours. I kid you not. It has been so fast. I thought I was like getting a wrong email. Typically, it takes about a week to 2 weeks, so not too bad. If you're using an electronic medical record, it is really fast nowadays, so don't let that be a misnomer. Okay, so we got paid. How do I get the money? yay, where is it? So it's depend on how you set up that contract with your insurance provider. So you could either get it direct deposit to your business account, or you could get a paper check that could get into that business account. When either way of which you get paid, you'll also get an EOB, an eligibility of benefits. And if you get a paper check, you'll get a paper EOB. And if you get an electronic payment, you'll get an electronic eligibility of benefits. And that just says who was in part of that check. So if you saw 20 patients, you'll get 20 lists, and I'll tell you, on January 1st, you saw Mary Sue, and you got paid $100 for that session. So it'll list out everything. So you want to kind of make sure. One of the nicest things about using a really great electronic medical record or practice management software, all of that is magically put into patients' charts. So the olden days, I would get my paper EOB and I'd go through and make sure it matched up. Did we all get paid for every session? Now, it's like magic. It just automatically uploads to every single patient. So I have this little sidebar that says, oh, this patient session on January 1st paid, this one paid, and it just automatically happens. That amount of time is awesome. I'm not chasing to find out if somebody was paid, if it was denied. It is so efficient. So really, as you're kind of starting to take insurance, kind of knowing that overview of what the process of a claim is going to happen and how it can magically work so much more efficiently when you're using really good software, it makes your life so much better. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I can't wait to see how your journey with insurance goes. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear how it goes, but we will see you guys at the next video. Bye, guys.